just going to do two poems. The first is a bestiary with 7 animals you wouldn't normally find in bestiaries. The bum steer shouldn't really be here, and yet transposed to animal, charmingly louche it rambles, toujours gay, oblivious to the butcher's block until it meets an end decidedly not grade A. On a bed of soggy toast, its juices mingle in an army dish called shit on shingle. The cat's paw breaks the law or does a dirty deed for someone else. Unwilling or unwitting, he's a tool. The master hides behind events unfolding and pays the piper for his dancing fool, who discovers that his partner in the waltz is the empty bag he finds himself left holding. The dog's body is no hot toddy or grog, yet it belongs to the Royal Navy. No rack of lamb with gravy, but a boiled pudding of dried eggs and peas. And also, as we hear him puff and wheeze, the name of the lowly stiff who bears the brunt of the kind of work that's often labeled grunt. The Judas goat has turned his coat. Trained in deceit, he leads the herd to slaughter. Despise him, preach what good men ought or ought not do. But can you really know, when death was all around and bodies burned, wanting to live, that you would not have turned Sonderkommando? The pig at a poke is for sale when you're broke, and it's tempting, although you can't see it. Your future feels trapped like a cat in a well, and this lottery ticket could free it. Any sensible person would scoff at the pig and decry it. You know that your chances of snowballs in hell, and you buy it. The sacrificial lamb does not get to say, I am, but is told, you are. Politicians wanting war will cloak ambition in an age-old story. Dulce et decorum est pro patria mori. Young people, when you are offered a death called sweet, resist their call to baa and bleat. And finally, the stalking horse might as well be a hearse where birds are concerned, for death walks behind it. The hunter takes shelter, takes cover beside its broad flank and moves ever closer. The birds do not mind it, ignoring the beast till quick shots take their lives. What hunters are stalking us, closer than we dare think, so close they're within us now, waiting to pounce with their knives. And one other. If you drive out west, Midwest, you see these big prairies, these big fields, and kind of scattered across here and there will be a little clump of trees. And there's a dialect word out in the Midwest in Texas for that. It's called a motte, M-O-T-T-E. And this poem is called Motte. They seem almost to float upon the land, dark ships upon a brown and rolling ocean. This one crests the low wave of a rise. That one founders in a gully's trough. Driving past, we notice them and wonder, why here, not there? What stone dropped by a glacier served as a reef to snag that one? And here, what cranny caught and held a floating seed? Around them, furrowed earth gives evidence that farmers clear and till. Why were these spared? Was that small patch too marshy, or did plowshares break upon a rock too big to move? For whatever reason, they survived. An inventory of their native fauna, field mice, nesting crow, the usual spiders spinning their webs for flies, would disappoint. Our need is for exotic denizens. Within the shade in our imaginations, mountain lions snarl as they survey us. Fugitives in leg irons wait for nightfall. Such fancies have no risk of being disproved, For we will never stop the car, have clothing torn on the fence's barbs, and stumble across a muddy field to a prosaic find. We leave the mott's inviolate as those groves scattered across our brains, havens from which strange beings break into our dreams, envoys from the darkness we suspect is our true home. Thank you.